Hello people, welcome to the second module of the course, that is Introduction to Arduino Microcontroller and Family. Here I will be discussing about what is Arduino Microcontroller, what are the boards available in Arduino Microcontroller, what are the features we have it in Arduino Microcontroller, how we can power it up, and how the board looks. Let us move ahead. So as we all know, Arduino is the open source microcontroller board. It has a Atmel microcontroller chip. The chip name is Atmega 328P. They have, as you can see the symbol on my right bottom side, that is open source hardware. It means that the company have given you all the access to read their schematic. You can do your own Arduino board. There are many clone Arduino boards available in market, and even you can make your own Arduino board using your breadboard or general purpose PCBs. I'll be going through when I'm explaining you about the schematic and the data sheet, how you can design your own board by using those schematics. Fine. So before that, for an embedded engineer, for any electronic engineer, it will be good if you are knowing what is packages, what exactly the packages means, why it is very much required when you are designing embedded systems. Because if you are designing a board, the main thing is the size. As the size increases, cost increases in embedded systems. Fine. So to minimize the size, what best you can choose it, how best you can choose it, the component. See, there are something like a through hole, there are something like SMD components, there are something like BGA components. Okay, let me tell you what exactly these things means to you. When it comes to the package type, that is DIP, dual in package. As you can see in image, the pins are in both the sides. The pins are in both the sides. It is called as dual in package, right? Then there are some components which is in single line package. Where you can find it in pull-up resistors, that is called as SIPs, or capacitors. I'll come to those points when I'm explaining you on PCB and schematic part. Coming to PLCC, that is plastic leadless chip carrier. What happens here, we have it like this is also a SMD component. You can see that all four sides the pins are available. The same like 16 pins can be made 4 cross 4 pins. And other thing is, like, you can actually place these ICs without soldering also. You can solder the base. As you can see, this is the base for this IC. What you can do, you can solder only this part. You can see the pins here. You can solder this part and you can place this IC into this. Whenever this IC is getting failed, you can replace. You can just remove this IC and you can put it without desoldering it. Next comes the BGA, ball grid array. So you can see here the pins will be like in a grid format on the bottom side. We have something called SMD, and that is called a surface mounted, where you can solder directly. We have a huge collection of Arduino development boards. Nano, as the name says, it's very small. DIP, again it is the DIP package, that is dual in package. It has a UART cable connectivity here. lily pad. If you see, based on your application, how you want to use it, what application you are working on, based on that you can choose your development board. It's not like that you have to choose only Nano, or if you want to use only with an Uno or Dio, Mega, whatever it is. So based on, for example, if you want to build any variable device, or you want to check, okay, you have to build some small robot, you can use this lily pad. I'll be showing you whenever working with the programming in the coming chapters. When you are working on some robotics, you can work on this. If you want to work on some remote joystick inbuilt thing, you can work on this Explorer. If you are working on some IoT project, or if you are working with some where the Ethernet is been required, you can use this because it has an Ethernet connectivity port here. There are huge. Okay, this is a basic one. No, sorry, this is the basic one. Arduino, Uno. These two are the basic ones. So this is like, here you have an external through hole UART connectivity here. If you want any external UART can be connected, you can connect using this. Here, like, as you can see, these two boards are same, both are Uno, but here it is a dual in package. Here, as you can see, the IC is in dual in package, it is through hole, but here it is a SMD component. This is a revised version of this. These three, this is the first one, this is the second revision, and this is the third revision. As I was telling that we have a various like Mega. See, here you can see the pins are more. Here the pins are less. Here the digital pins are less. You get 9 digital pins. I will explain you what are the digital pins we have it and what are the analog pins we have it. Okay, as I was telling, let me go through explain the complete features of the Arduino here. It has 14 digital I/O pins. As you can see, from 0 to 13, it has 14 digital analog pins, I/O pins. It can act as an input and output both. It has 6 analog pins, and as you can see, this symbol represents the PWM. We have, it says the 6 PWM. Let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. Then it has a USB serial port. This is our USB serial port. It has a crystal, 16 megahertz clock speed crystal. This is our crystal. As you can see, it is 16.000. You can see it here, 16.000. No, 16,000. Now then it has the internal flash of 32 KB. So let us know more regarding the Arduino. So we have a microcontroller. Okay, let me take it here. So it has a microcontroller here. Yes, it has a power jack, a regulator, USB, a reset, the connectors for IOs. If you are using, okay, I don't want to program from here, I want to program from any external programmer. Yes, we have like ICSP circuit here. We have a bootloader IC here, right? So ground pins, ICSP headers, power LEDs. Okay, where is our power LED? Power LED comes here, something around here. Yeah, this is our power LED. And when you are transmitting or receiving any on UART, or when you are programming, these two LEDs blinks. Sorry, this is our power LED. I'm sorry. And this is our test LED connected to pin number 13. Inbuilt LED. If you don't want to use this LED, you can connect to any of our GPIOs. we will see how we will do it. Alright, so these things has been explained to you. It is just a representation. So as I was telling, that in circuit serial programming. So what are the ways we can power up the Arduino? We can power up using USB cable. We have a USB jack here, right? We have a DC power supply jack, right? Or we have something called V pin or 5 volts here. You can see it here. See, these, if you are powering up from USB or power input, these things you can tap it for your other external devices. If you want to power it from here, if you are not powering here, you can power it from here. If you are working on something project or some thing, if these pins or these ports are not working, don't worry, you can use these pins, right? So that's for today.